Hey guys, so you asked me a few questions and I thought I'd answer them in another video. Hopefully it helps some of you. These are just things that have worked on my keto journey and that are some tips and some ways that I have gotten through some of the hard things in keto. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing is cravings. I get asked a lot about how do I deal with cravings and how long do they last. And for me, in the beginning, it probably was about a week of cravings that I had. Once you become keto and fat adapted, your body doesn't actually want as much food anymore. And once you get rid of the carbs and the sugar that your body is so used to running off of, you actually stop having those cravings. The biggest way to get rid of the cravings is obviously getting fat adapted. And so having more fats actually makes you feel satiated and full. So if you're struggling with cravings, I would just say make sure you're getting really good high quality fats in your diet. So there's things like nuts, avocado, mayo, the olive oils, the coconut oil, MCT oil. So making sure that you hit your macros for fat. And then in a couple weeks, I guarantee you that those cravings will be gone. For me, actually, I wasn't even hungry at all a couple weeks in. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to eat enough calories. I just wasn't even hungry at all. So my cravings went completely not gone. So that's what has really helped me. So try that if you're struggling with cravings and know that it won't last, because the whole idea with keto is that it does get rid of your cravings. And some of the other questions are always about supplements. Do you have to take supplements? Are they necessary? Which ones do you take? So for me, I actually really don't take very many supplements. I know that you can, and they're good for you. The biggest thing is salt. So I have a couple things here. I do pink Himalayan salt. I'm almost out. Salt is one of the key things that you have to incorporate into your diet. With our liver, it flushes out water when we're on keto. And so with the flushing out of the water, all your minerals get flushed out as well. So you need to be replacing your minerals in the form of salt, or I also have a supplement called Concentrace. If you're in Canada, I don't know if this is a US thing, but I get this from Nature's Fair, and this is what I put in my water, and I add minerals back in. One of the biggest things I've got to start doing is adding more water. I suck at it. I don't drink enough water. But make sure you're getting that in, because you will be deficient, you will get dehydrated, and you need to be adding that back in. Another supplement that you can take, especially for people in the beginning having like leg cramps and issues, I think with sleep, is magnesium. So I get this and I put it in water, and it works really, really great. And there's a couple different flavors that you can get. So I do this. Other people just take a tablet, and that works as well. But look up magnesium. And the last thing that I take is collagen. I don't want to explain what collagen does because I'm not an expert, but I know that's really good for your hair and your skin, and is a really great thing. So I always add that to my shake. It is a big tablespoon of that into my shakes every day, and that's one of the other things that I take. Other than that, I don't really take a lot. I probably should be taking a multivitamin. I probably will start doing that, but and I may consider adding some more omega fatty acid tablets as well. I don't probably get enough of that, and I know that those are really good for you. But other than that, like with keto, you don't have to take all these fancy supplements. Like people will say, take this and take that, and oh, you should have MCT oil. I have MCT oil like every once in a while. It's not a big thing for me. And then the next one I get is like, do you struggle with sleep? In the beginning, yes, I did. I did have a hard time. I would not just sleep shorter distances. I actually ended up waking up in the night, and I would be restless. Magnesium should help with that, but also know that that will go away. For me anyways, it really did. I sleep the best I have ever slept ever. I get 8 hours of sleep almost every single night, and that never was the case before. So once you become fat adapted and get into this diet a little more, you will probably have better success with your sleep. Another excuse me, thing that I get asked about is cheats and what I do when I'm eating out. So first of all, in like my area there, and even in your area, anywhere that you go to a restaurant, there's always going to be a keto option. So the easiest one that always comes to mind is a burger without a bun. You can always have that. You don't always know what's in the burger, so maybe they're adding some other ingredients that may not be super keto friendly, but it is the best option, and you can have the veggies and you can have mayo on the side. There's always some sauces you need to be careful of that probably have sugar in them, but that is the easiest thing to get, is a lettuce wrapped burger. Caesar salad is another good option. Chicken wings I love, but I've had to be very careful because some of them are breaded and some of them you don't know that they're breaded or they're lightly breaded, so just be really careful of that. But a lot of the meals, like even one of my favorites is ribs, and I just get that with veggies on the side or a side salad. So just thinking like meats, right? Go with the meat meals and just get rid of those carbs and substitute them for maybe a Caesar salad or something. And then cheats. So I've only cheated one time, and that was when I went on holidays, and I just allowed myself to have whatever. I didn't track my calories. I didn't track anything. And I did allow myself to have like a couple macaroons. It was a friend's wedding, and I had no guilt about it. I'd been doing this for 4 months, and I said, you know what, this is a special trip and I'm going to do my best, but I know that there will be times where I'm going to indulge in something. And the biggest thing that I've learned is two things. One, if you do have a cheat meal, be really careful not to combine carbs with fat. So if you want to have some carbs like pasta, don't have lots of fat with it too, because that will make you gain weight quicker. Have your carbs with maybe some protein, but don't add fat into the mix. And the second thing is, once I was done with my trip and I came back, I didn't even weigh myself. I didn't want to know the first day I got back. And I know some people who won't weigh at all for like a week. So don't stress out about the numbers. Just allow yourself to have that, and don't beat yourself up about it. Then I went into a 36-hour fast, and that will bump you right back into ketosis. It might take maybe a couple extra days after, but doing a good fast after you have a cheat meal is always a good option. What's next here on my list? Oh, clean keto. So I've been doing a 30-day challenge that Thomas DeLauer has been doing for keto, and people ask me, are you following it strictly? No, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. I've been doing this now for 5 months, and I don't need the strict meal planning in the beginning, because I know what I can eat, I know what I can't eat. So I started out that way, and then I decided that I was going to substitute some things. So if you're doing that challenge, keep going if you want to do the full 30 days exactly as laid out, but don't feel bad about substituting things. As long as you're staying within your macros, you're getting enough protein and getting your fats in and not having the carbs, you're fine. And you don't need to be that intense about it in order to be in ketosis and have success with it. One of the other things I got asked was, what are my favorite Starbucks drinks? So two things. I always get the Nitro cold brew with a light heavy cream and sugar-free vanilla, usually 2 pumps. The other is half passion tea, half green tea, no water, no cane sugar, no ice, and it's actually fasting approved, so you can have that when you're fasting, and there's nothing wrong with it. Anyways, I hope these things have helped. If you have more questions, please leave them below. Message me anytime. I love being able to help, and I'll probably do another video just like this.